Nice to meet you, Guy. Thank you for the interview. Actually, we are here in Geneva for the Handball World Cup. The first question I want to ask you is, you both won Everything is Possible to be Won. Why you came back to the 49er and you came back to race something that you won yet?
You know, we really both enjoy sailing the 49er. Yeah, it's been a little while now with us sailing bigger boats like around the America's Cup and the ocean race and things like that. But you know, we decided we really still had a passion for sailing a small boat in the kind of Olympic environment, and it's been really good fun getting back into it. You know, the racing's at a really high level, and it's a really good way to keep your skills sharp.
Do you feel is it a bit harder than other years? What about your feeling in this kind of race again?
It's great to be back in the 49er. It's been a few years since we've sailed. These events are always at a really high level, so like Pete mentioned, it's difficult for us to piece together a whole event right now, but that sort of shows that it does take a lot of hard work, and we know that from the years gone past, so we're enjoying the challenge of getting back into it. We're not super far away from being consistent and being at the top level, but there's a little bit to go, so we're just learning every day, and hopefully we get some races here. It's going to be light wind, challenging, but looking forward to it.
Why you chose 49er?
The 49ers, in our opinion, probably the funnest of the Olympic classes. Racing's at a really high level. It's been in the Olympics for a long time, so as it gets refined and people's skills get to a high level, it makes racing really challenging. So a lot of people have come out of this class and into professional sailing in pretty good shape, and you know, we feel that this class gives us a really good stepping stone for other things in the sport. But also, this is a class we know, and we've got a drive to try and win a gold medal for New Zealand at the Olympics next year, and that's what we're working hard to do.
So we're going to divide you just a while. You are one of the biggest sailor ever. What about to go with him on the boat? You fight, or you're always in the same mentality?
Yeah, well, I think Blair and myself have sailed together for a very long time now, and we've spent a little bit of time apart. During the Volvo, we've both just got different opportunities, and yeah, I think we both found it quite strange, sailing for countries other than our home one. But we get along really well. We spend a lot of time hanging out. We're generally both pretty easygoing guys, and obviously at times, there's things you disagree on, but we're both there to try and do the same things.
I think Pete and I always, approach these things with the same mentality. We want to try and do the best we can. That's at the core of everything we do. So yeah, there's different ways to approach things, but for the most part, it's always about just trying to be the best we can as people and as sailors. So we get on really well, and we enjoy the challenges of trying to be better.
We are talking about the new America's Cup. What about your next step?
Yeah, well, I think we're really looking forward to sailing the new America's Cup class. A lot of the teams have got test boats in the water now, working really hard, and for ourselves we're probably a little bit later, but we've obviously put in a lot of hard work. The entire team's been working really hard, and it's going to be an amazing boat to sail. Obviously very challenging. It should provide for some really fun racing and really high performance at the pinnacle of sport, which is what the America's Cup's all about.
What about the show, actually? Because it's becoming a little bit, someone say, boring, because you go on the foil and you stay there, and we don't understand anything about what is going on this boat. This kind of boat, do you think is going to be a little bit more understandable for us?
I think the sport in general has always been evolving. This going foiling is just the next step on it. Apart from the boats flying above the water, I think a lot of the racing skills are still the same. You saw in Bermuda, the races were very close. You made a mistake and you got punished. These new boats are going to be very challenging to sail, but you will see close racing, manoeuvres. Hopefully you don't lose too much, so that should make for some really good match racing. But as sailors, we love it. The more difficult the boats are to sail, the more we get challenged, and that's what you want to happen. And so it just makes our job more challenging and more rewarding.
Thank you very much, guys. Really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers,
Bye.